Hello everyone and welcome back to Brain Muffin at the Movies. And here we have from Bounding into Comics some more Brie Larson news because why not? Why not? Star Wars Ahsoka Tano, actress Ashley Eckstein, Eckstein claims Brie Larson lives the part of Captain Marvel both on and off the screen. Star Wars voice actress Ashley Eckstein, who voiced Ahsoka in Star Wars The Clone Wars, detailed in her first encounter with Captain Marvel actress Brie Larson, noting she lives the part both on and off the screen. So does that mean she assaults random men who want her to smile? Is that what we're supposed to believe? That she goes around just, taking stuff from men and things like that? I mean, what do you mean? So Eckstein took to Instagram that she encountered Brie Larson at Oga's, I don't know, all these Star Wars names, Cantina during the opening of Disney Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, which is located within Disneyland Resort, in Anaheim. Wow, 5,000 likes. And I'm just asking the question because that's what Captain Marvel does in her movie, especially in that deleted scene. She steals from men. She ain't going to take, and she fights a man who's trying to keep her down. And she takes advice from women, so only, pretty much. So you never know who you're going to run into at Oga's Cantina. As I walked into the cantina at Star Wars, what is Oga? I don't know. I don't know. I looked to my right, and there was Brie Larson. At Brie Larson, I've long followed Brie, and I greatly admire and respect how she has taken to the role and responsibility of being Captain Marvel. Okay. She ain't gonna take nothing. She lives the both partner. Okay, along the thought that I would say to her if I. Okay, so does she say what she means? I had my chance. I walked up, introduced myself, and let me tell you, I did not kick things off well. I fumbled over my words, and I barely formed a sentence. As a fellow actress, woman business, and advocate for women and girls. So you have a job. Both of you have jobs. So what are you advocating? You both are women who are working as actresses. What do you need to advocate? You already have, and I digress. I want to thank her for everything she's doing. She was so kind and gracious, even like completely geeked out. Okay. Told her that I was voice of Star Wars character. It was cool. Ahsoka and team up to save the universe. Continue to dream of the fan fiction in my head. Really? So, okay. Although a bit embarrassed, and thank you to my friend for capturing this moment, and thank you for Brie, for our real life Captain Marvel. All right, so did you guys go out into the parking lot and assault men? I mean, come on, that's what Captain Marvel does. Short of long, okay. Eckstein then detailed how she approached. Never say I walked up and introduced myself. Well, I did not kick things. We already read this part. I told her that it was okay. Larson's indicated her desire to be a Jedi, which we have seen. And while promoting Captain Marvel, she and Samuel L. Jackson did an interview with Entertainment Weekly. Jackson was recounting how his popularity surged when he portrayed Mace Windu. Larson interjected, "It's so cool. I wish I was a Jedi." She then indicated she cried when she held Jackson's lightsaber. I got to hold his lightsaber. He brought it to me on set on May the 4th, so I cried. May the 4th, which was not Star Wars Day until recently. Back in the day, that it was just another day. What do you make of her comments? Are there any? Oh, yes, here we go. She's absolutely delusional. So she's wooden and characterless in real. Okay. She doesn't know how much she is right. She's a spoiled, aggressive misandrist fit for a villain in real life and on screen. I agree with that. Can I thumb it up without logging in? Yay. She would then indicate, and I'm who snickered at this phrasing. I have no doubts that she was living in the embodiment of the feminist agenda. Okay. Can you imagine America's ex-wife as a Jedi? There's a Cecil. There's someone who watches Cecil's videos. Awesome. Okay, is it really a Star Wars fan or just contractually bound to make appearances as the mouse sees fit? I suspect the latter. Captain is a C-list or D-list character. All right, and they had just recently canceled her comic yet again. I've lost track how many times that is now. It just keeps getting canceled. Never thought the voice actress was so young and easily impressed. Some big names in voice work did the animated series. You think, okay, she's not a professional. She probably picked up because of the usual system. Probably picked up because I don't know what that means. Is nearly 40. She's working in entertainment, so she was a young girl. So yeah, I would ask Ashley, what do you mean? What characteristics specifically do you see in the Captain Marvel movie that Brie Larson, I don't care if it's a positive or negative, but what specific, I mean, she's wooden in the movie. Is she wooden in real life? I don't know. I don't really follow her career. I know she used to sing. And there are times I've seen her, especially before she got all in the woke stuff, where she seemed to be having a much better time and didn't have this expression all the time, and would emote, and laugh and giggle and perhaps nerd out a bit. So, yeah, I don't know. But so what do you think? What do you make of this comment? Real life Captain Marvel. To me, it's just, I mean, it could be sincere. It could very well be sincere, but to me, I find this very similar to the people who say Gal Gadot owned Wonder Woman. And I saw the movie and I'm like, she didn't own shit. She didn't own anything. This movie's boring. It's a ripoff of Captain America, for starters. It's just set in World War I, which is probably why they couldn't do it in World War II. It doesn't follow the, well, it sort of follows, because Steve does crash on the island. But to me, she was just barely playing the part. And it was an okay movie. If the other DCE movies had been better and the Wonder Woman had been exactly the same, it would be the worst one. But Warner Brothers screwed up the other ones so badly. The Superman and Batman versus Superman, because Aquaman was better, and Justice League was horrid. So, to me, and granted, I grew up with, Linda Carter being Wonder Woman, and I don't know if any actress who's ever owned it, but that was what the people were apologists. And it was like a talking point. It was constantly repeated. She owned it. She owned it. No, she didn't own it. She was just mediocre at best. And Captain Marvel, I mean, Brie is Captain Marvel. But see, this is a horrible character. This is a horrible version of Captain Marvel. Previous versions have been more popular, but they have never sustained. They have all gone away and been rebooted. But this most recent one is the absolute worst. Does well with edition 1, but by the third edition of the comic book, it tends to get canceled. And it just, the storyline's horrible. The characters are horrible. They're not relatable, and people don't like them, and they reject them. And it's really aimed at a very, very, very small audience, and it's not an audience that tends to buy comic books. So that's also stupid. So I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit too critical, and maybe she does own Captain Marvel. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for subscribing, and make sure you click like. I've had several people say, hey, even my tiny channel is getting the people unsubscribed on things like that. Part of what helps for YouTube decide to, and this is kind of speculation on many YouTubers' parts, but when you watch the video, especially watch the whole thing, and you click like, even if you don't leave a comment, that tends to keep you subscribed to the channel better, and especially if you do that on other videos and stuff. So I've also been unsubscribed from several, and for a long time I was just watching a video, but I never would click like, and then all of a sudden I noticed, well, how come I'm not getting alerts anymore? That's because I've been unsubscribed. So try that and see if you stop getting unsubscribed from my channel, and thank you very much, and we'll see you. Goodbye. All right. Are we recording? All right, thank you. 3, 2, 1.